Hello, my name is Rhett Stevens. This is my Road to Private Equity video, and I'd like to thank you for watching today, and I hope that you are able to learn something. What is private equity? Private equity is the business of buying companies with the intention of bringing value to them and then reselling them for a profit. So, most industries today in the United States and in the world actually use private equity. Most of us probably don't even know what private equity is or can't name a private equity company. But to sum it up, it is a company that essentially takes investors' money and then they scout businesses that could use upgrades or enhancements, aka needs better value that the firm may be able to bring. They use the client's money to buy percentages of companies or they buy them out. They may hold them for a year, they may hold them for 6 months, they may hold them for a couple of years, they may even hold these companies for a decade. But the point is to bring value to these companies so that these companies may then be resold for a substantial profit and then the profits be redistributed out to investors. So private equity expands in a lot of fields, especially in the United States, but worldwide as well, from Medicare to healthcare to the automotive industry to the technology industry. One of the biggest technology industry private equity companies is a company called Vista Equity Partners, which essentially does the same thing that I just mentioned. So, the education, certifications, and skills required to be in private equity. Now, most private equity companies require that their associates have at least a bachelor's degree, in some cases, a master's degree. Now, obviously, a bachelor's degree in most finance careers is definitely necessary. But the thing in private equity is that if you do have a master's degree, you will be able to skip this step of analysis and come in as an associate. So this is definitely an increase in power and an increase in seniority and an increase in compensation. So this definitely would be a very lucrative option for those who want to continue on and get a master's degree and then come into private equity. Now, most private equity people do have a degree in finance, accounting, economics, or even mathematics. Personally, I believe that mathematics is the hardest, but mathematics definitely does give you a competitive advantage because it focuses on quantitative trading, which is definitely used in the financial markets, which can be a very valuable asset to a private equity firm. So the potential for growth within a private equity company is very, very substantial. But the thing with this business is, like in most I would say sales or finance type businesses is you actually pay yourself, right? Because it's not necessarily well, your set base pay is usually definitely over 100,000, let's say 120,000, right? But if you want to make more money, you have to bring more value. And this is the great part about these careers is that for those hungry individuals, for those ambitious individuals, there's no limits. So this definitely appeases to these types of individuals, and private equity is definitely the type of business where you could make 100,000 this year, you can make 500,000 next year, you can even make over $2 million as a managing director or even as an associate. But if you're an associate bringing in that type of revenue, you'll probably find yourself climbing up into the ranks because what the company will want you to do is begin teaching others what it is that you know. So the pros and cons of private equity. So obviously, pros, high financial rewards. You'll meet some great connections and meet some great people. You'll be working with a lot of institutional investors, so probably the CEOs of lots of companies. So that's very exciting to know that hey, you may have the personal phone number of the CEO of Frito Lay. So that's a great thing for most people because it kind of gives them a feeling of power and a feeling of worthiness. And though everyone's worthy, but this certain type of deal does appeal to most private equity people, and it's also just a prestigious career. In my opinion, it's definitely in the ranks of doctors and lawyers because investment bankers make the world go round. They structure the financials to be able to make big transactions happen so that we can enjoy the different companies that we have today. But it does come with its price. You'll have long hours, continuous travel, and it's also a risk to reward involved with it as well. My target company is definitely the legendary Goldman Sachs, the big player on Wall Street, the big bad Goldman Sachs. As you heard right now, um, their CEO is going through something within the company, but Goldman Sachs is one of the best companies to do it. They're the biggest on Wall Street. They're the big player. That's where I want to be because I want to challenge myself to be around the best of the best. And I want to thank everybody for watching, and I want to let you guys know that you all rock. And here's a bonus slide for some people that you may have not even known that were in private equity. One, Mitt Romney, former presidential candidate with Barack Obama, he actually owns Bain Capital. He has a net worth of about 400 million. And Stephen Curry owns Penny Jar Capital, which is another private equity venture capital firm. So it's a big thing. A lot of people are getting involved, even though most people don't know about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. Bye.